Sri Gajanan Vijay Granth, Chapter 9. Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. O Rukmani's consort, O you who lives on the bank of Chandrabhaga, adores flute and blesses saints, you are the savior of the fallen and giver of blessings. Greatness of the great cannot exist without the presence of small ones, and God cannot get his importance without the existence of sinners. O God, please remember that because of we, the sinners, you are called the Savior. Paras has the importance because its touch turns iron into gold. Godavari is called Holy River because it receives into it water from all small brooks. O Madhava, think over this and give a helping hand to this Dasganu to save him from drowning. One Kirtankar named Govind Bua Taklekar once came to Shegaon to perform Kirtan. There was an ancient temple of god Shiva at Shegaon and it was renovated by a rich man named Mote. Nowadays, rich people are not fond of temples and instead they like motors, cars, and cycles. Mote Saukar was not of that type. Though rich, he was a believer in God, and that was why he got the temple renovated. So the temple was called Mote's Temple. Now listen to the story. Govind Bua Tagrekar camped in the above mentioned Mote's temple and had tied his horse on the main door. The horse had very bad habits like kicking anybody coming near it and of biting. It frequently snapped the ropes, never stayed steady, and at times used to run away into the jungles. Day and night it used to bray and had developed very bad habits. Govind Bua had got specially prepared an iron chain for it, but forgot to bring the same with him in his trip to Shegaon. The horse was somehow tied with a rope and he slept in the temple. It was past midnight and everything had drawn in pitch darkness. Night birds, creating fearful sounds, were searching for their feed. All the doors in the villages were closed, and there was dead silence all around. Nobody was seen on the roads. At that time, Sri Gajanan came to the place where the horse was tied. Saints' birth on this earth is ordained by gods to improve the bad people, and as medicine cures disease, the saints help remove the wickedness from the disillusioned people. So, Sri Gajanan Maharaj on that night came to the horse and happily slept under its four legs. He was reciting his usual mantra, Gan Gan Ganat Bote, the meaning of which nobody knew. My interpretation of this symbolic bhajan is as follows. Gani means count, individual soul means a devotee who is not different from Brahma, and to suggest it, the word Ganat is used. Bote appears to be the corrupt form of Bate, meaning individual soul is Brahma himself and not anything different from it. There are two versions of this bhajan, but we need not bother it, and as we are concerned about the story only. So, Sri Gajanan Maharaj slept under the four legs of the horse and was reciting above bhajan. The horse stood still as if tied by the chain of this bhajan. Govind Bua was all the time afraid of this horse and so frequently used to get up and see to it. When he saw the horse standing still, it was a surprise for him and thought that it might be due to some illness. It was quite unusual as it was never silent like this before. So, anxiously, he went to the horse and was astonished to see that somebody was sleeping below its stomach. When he carefully looked down, he found that Sri Gajanan Maharaj was sleeping there. He now knew the reasons for the stillness of the horse. It was due to Sri Maharaj that the horse kept quiet. Like the fragrance of musk away the bad smell, Govind Bua prostrated but put his forehead on the feet of Maharaj and said, O Maharaj, you are really Gajanan, who clears all the obstructions. I have seen and experienced this today. My horse being very wicked, all are afraid of it, and so you have come to do away its wickedness. It has got very bad habit like suddenly jumping and kicking while walking. It was fed up with it and had offered to sell, but nobody would purchase it, not even free. It is good that you have obliged me by calling down this animal. Horse of a preacher like me should be a gentle one. Tiger is harmful in the house of a cowherd. Thus, the horse suddenly became gentle, and thereby Shri Maharaj manifested his power to save even the animal life from going on a bad path. Then he said to the horse, O friend, don't be naughty hereafter, and leave all your bad habits here only. Remember that you are standing here before Shiva and so should behave like a bull. Do not trouble anybody henceforth. Saying so, Sri Gajanan, who controlled the behavior of an animal, went away. Next day, while Shri Maharaj was in the garden, Govind Bua came there riding his horse. All people of Shegaon knew very well this horse of Govind Bua and were afraid of it. When they saw it coming, one of them said, Govind Bua, why have you brought this trouble with you? This horse will harm the ladies and children here. Thereupon, Govind Bua said that Sri Maharaj had made him sober last night and it had abandoned all its bad habits. Nobody should be afraid of it any more. The horse was left free under a tree and it stood there for an hour without any rope or chain. There was lot of vegetables and grass around, but the horse did not touch it at all. See how powerful are the saints, who could control even an animal change its habit. In praise of Maharaj, Govind Bua chanted as follows. Nobody in the world is able to understand your actions. Your blessings can bring around any villain. Please place your hand on my head as my benefactor. So praising him, Govind Bua left for Takri on his horse. Every day people used to come to Shegaon with intentions to get fulfillment of some desire or the other. Among them were two persons from Belapur, who on their way vowed to offer ganja to Sri Maharaj next time to get their wish fulfilled. They believed that Sri Maharaj liked ganja more than sweets. Next time they came to Shegaon but had forgotten to bring ganja. They felt shy and vowed to bring twice the quantity next time. Next time they again forgot to bring it. Seeing them, Shri Maharaj said to Bhaskar, look at the way people behave. They vow to do something and forget it. They are Brahmins by caste and do not know that Brahmins should behave as they preach. That is why this caste has lost its superiority. When they vow something and forget, how can they accept to get their desires fulfilled? Bhaskar, one should adhere to what he speaks or vows to get the blessings of God. These words hurt them very much, and they looked at each other in surprise to see that Maharaja knew everything that was in their mind. When they saw that Sri Maharaj knew everything about their vow and subsequent failing to fulfill it, they got up to go to the market and bring the ganja immediately. Thereupon Sri Maharaj said, why are you now crying over the spilt milk? I have no craze for ganja. So don't go to the market now. Only remember that one should keep up his vows and promises to deserve the God's blessings, as liars don't get them. Now you go and bring ganja only on fulfillment of your desire. It will be fulfilled next week, but remember to come here 5 times for the darshan of Sri Shiva. by whose blessings Kuber became rich. Go, prostrate before him, and do not forget to bring ganja next time. One should not violate the vows to God and saints. They accordingly bowed before Lord Shiva and returned to Bailapur. Next week, they, after fulfillment of the wish came to Shegaon to offer ganja as per vow. Now listen to another story of Balapur. Balakrishna of Balapur was a great devotee of Sri Ramdas Swami. His wife Putlabai was equally pious lady, and they both used to visit Sajjangarh every year on foot. Their journey started in the month of Posh with a horse to carry their luggage, and they had three things with them: a kubdi, small dari, and the sacred book of Dasbodh. His piousness was free of any ego. They accepted alms of food in the villages on way, and the same food was offered to Sri Rama before eating. Every year he used to leave Balapur with his wife. On the ninth Vadya of Posh month, on the way, they continuously chanted the name of Rama, and thus, with Sri Ram Nam on the lips, they travelled via Shegaon, Khamgaon, Mehkar, Deolgaon, Raja, and Jalna, where they paid respects to Sri Ananda Swami. Then, from Jalna, they went to Jamb, the birthplace of Sri Ramdas Swami, where they used to stay for 3 days. From there, they went to Divara, Beed, Mohari, Beleshwar, and Domgaon, the place of Kalyan, the ace devotee of Sri Ramdas Swami. Thereafter to Narsinghpur, Pandarpur, Nate Pote, Shingnapur, Vai, and Satara. Thus, he used to reach Sajjangarh on first Vadya of Magh month to attend the celebrations of Navami. As an offering of Sri Ramdas Swami, he used to feed Brahmins to the extent possible for him. He was a real Ramdasi, difficult to find like him nowadays. After the celebrations of Das Navami, he used to return the same way he followed for going there. This routine continued for years till he became 60 years old. On the eve of starting his return journey, he sat near the Samadhi of Sri Ramdas Swami with tears in his eyes, and with extreme grief said, O all powerful Ramdas Swami, O my teacher and guide, I have become old now, and as such, it will not be possible for me to come all this way hereafter on foot, and even journey by vehicle also appears difficult for me. I could follow this routine of annual visit so far, but it may not be possible hereafter. You know that any sacred or devotional routine to be followed needs good health. Praying thus, Balkrishna went to sleep. In the dream, he saw Sri Ramdas Swami saying to him, Don't get so despaired. You need not come to Sajjangarh hereafter. I am very much pleased by your devotion and so wish you to celebrate Navami at your home next year. I will come to you that time. This is my promise. Expenditure for the celebration of Navami should be within your means. Balkrishna was very happy over the dream. He returned to Balapur with his wife. Now listen to what happened next year at Balapur. Balkrishna started the celebration of Ramdas Navami on the first day of Maghvadya at Balapur. The daily routine was reading of Dasbodh in the daytime and Kirtan at night. At noon, he offered food to Brahmanas and performed Arti in the evening. But all the while, Balakrishna was eagerly waited to see Sri Swami to come as per his promise. The villagers contributed money for this celebration as requested by Balakrishna, and thus the Utsav continued for all the 9 days at Balapur. And on the ninth day, there was a surprise. At noon on that day, Sri Gajanan Maharaj appeared at the door of Balkrishna Bua when he, along with other people, was offering worship to Sri Ram. People at the door called Balkrishna to receive Sri Maharaj. He was very happy to see Sri Gajanan Maharaj, but at the same time said that he was eagerly awaiting Sri Ramdas Swami to come to his house as per his promise. He was certain that his word will not go waste. Sri Gajanan Maharaj started reciting shlokas from Dasbodh. Hearing those lines, Balkrishna rushed to the door and saw Sri Gajanan Maharaj with his long arms and usual self without any clothes on the body. He prostrated before him and looked up and saw Sri Ramdas Swami in place of Sri Gajanan Maharaj. Balkrishna Bua was overwhelmed with the love and affection of his benefactor for his keeping up the promise, and his eyes were full of tears due to extreme happiness. Moment later, he appeared to him, Sri Gajanan Maharaj, in place of Ramdas Swami, and as he was disappointed at the disappearance of Sri Ramdas, again Sri Swami appeared in place of Sri Gajanan Maharaj. Thus, alternatively, Ramdas Swami and Gajanan Maharaj would appear before him like pictures in a cinema. He was confused and could not understand this mystery. Then Maharaj said, "Don't get confused. I am your Ramdas Swami. In the past, I was staying at Sajjangarh and now I reside in the garden at Shegaon. As per my promise given to you last year at Sajjangarh, I have come to you. Don't have any doubts. I am Ramdas. Know the Atma only and forget the covering of body over it. Remember what is said in Gita. Come on, offer me a part to sit on." Sri Gajanan Maharaj got hold of his hand, entered the house with him, and sat on a pat. The news of the saint's arrival spread in Balapur, and people started coming to get his glimpse. Balakrishna worshipped Sri Maharaj. But the whole day he was thinking on what Sri Maharaj said. At night, Sri Ramdas appeared in his dream and said, "Sri Gajanan Maharaj is my incarnation, and so do not have any doubt about it. Otherwise, it will entail your downfall. Your worship to him is worship to me." On seeing the dream, Balkrishna most respectfully prostrated before Sri Maharaj and said, "You have removed all my doubts by appearing in my dream. I am now fully satisfied with the celebrations of Navami and feel very much grateful to you. Now please do me a favor by staying with me for a few days." Thereupon Sri Maharaj promised to come again and after some days went away. He reached Shegaon in a moment and was not seen by anybody on the way. May this Gajanan Vijay Granth bring happiness to all devotees. This is what DasGanu wishes. May good come to all. Shubham Bhavatu. Here ends chapter 9.